to start feeling good. Rival team is raving too. On the field, think of you. Trainer says some love tonight. Alright. Alright.
Football crazy,
Wow, that was some shot. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Staten Island Soccer League Report. Alongside me, this is not Frank. Who's this?
I'm Brian LaPayower.
Brian LaPayower. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new year. First show of the new year. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
Brian, what's going on in the new year?
So much is going on in the new year.
Well, I think the first thing we should mention is welcome back to the CTV studio,
Yes,
right?
yes.
They upgraded Studio A
Yes.
and parts of Studio B, I believe, right, with the lighting definitely in this room. We took that class last weekend, right? The new TriMaster class.
TriCaster.
TriCaster, and I think,
Are you thinking of Charlize Tilden?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
She had the Thigh Master. That was over 20 years ago. That product.
Well, like I said, new and improved studio,
Yes.
technology-wise, and hopefully we get bigger and better things going on. So, what's going on your end?
Well, for starters here, we do have at least some reports right now. One for starters here, for anyone's a fan of.
We're going to start off with stuff that's going on Staten Island. I know you're not accustomed to sitting in.
No, I'm not.
You're not accustomed to sitting in because my co-host, Frank Tricomi, I think we're going to fire him.
No, you don't say fire.
He's going to get fired.
No.
Second time in a row, he's out. Called out on the show. Second time. So what do we do? Should we give him another shot?
Everybody deserves second chances.
Well, he had two already.
Oh, well.
Well, 3 strikes and you're out. So we'll give him another shot.
Okay.
If he's out there watching, he got one more shot. Uno más.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with really what's going on the island, soccer-wise. Obviously we're in the off season.
Yes.
So there's really not much going on except for like maybe a tournament that's going on at Petrides.
Really?
Yeah, we got that going on right now. And if you want to go over the dates and the age groups, I believe it started last weekend. I think it's the U7s and the U8s.
Yes.
That kicked off it's called the Winter Classic. They have it every year, every January. So any other information?
For what I was sure, I think the next tournament coming up is Saturday, January 18th, 2014. And from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., it'll be the girls, under 9 girls. And then at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., it's the girls under 10.
Okay, that's coming up next weekend.
That's coming next weekend. And then Sunday, January 19, 2014, you have from 1 to 5, the boys under 9. And then at 5 to 9 p.m., you have the boys under 10.
Okay. Now, I don't know if it's too late if anyone wants to sign, put a team in, but I believe is there an email address that if there's someone out there that wants to put a team in now? I think there's a contact.
For reservations via email, they could email to soccer@Petride. That's PETRIDESSC.org.
Okay, that's in case anyone wants to do a last minute.
Correct.
They may or may not. The only way to find out is email them. And,
yes.
If you want to get in last minute.
Yes, and it's great. I'm on camera number 3 here. If we go back to camera number 2, please. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so what other dates do we have?
We have a final. Well, we already passed the January 11th. We passed January 12th, and the last date is Sunday, January 26th.
January 26th. And what age groups are playing on that date?
You wouldn't believe it's here. You have the girls under 6,
U6, right?
from 11 a.m. to 1:30, followed by from 1:30 to 3 p.m. boys under 6.
Right.
Then from 3 to 6 p.m., you have girls under 14.
That's the big time.
Yes.
U14, that's the big time. Girls and the boys.
Mm-hmm.
What time do
the boys play from 6 to 9 p.m.
Good job. All right. I mean, they do a great job over there at Petrides with this Winter Classic stuff. We were involved in it with the Rush when I was coaching.
You're a soccer team.
Right. So we were there with the Rush, but I tell you, All the success that we've had outdoors, we cannot translate that to the indoors game because it's like night and day. It's a completely different game, you know.
But here's what I don't understand about Petrides. Sure, it's a great facility. It's the old grounds of Staten Island College, of the College of Staten Island here. Why can't they have accessibility to put, like, you know, a big tent over the U10 field?
Big tents for what? Like an indoor?
Like an indoor. In other words, outdoors with the grass, natural grass.
Well, I'm just
the only catch is you may never know who's going to be allergic in that grass.
Oh,
Because because this soccer, it's an indoor tournament. You're playing on hardwood. You're playing on at least a basketball court.
right.
And of course, you're playing with a clock on it.
Well, they're utilizing their gym.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
The gymnasium.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. They're utilizing it. Indoor soccer's really played on like artificial turf, but
Yeah.
even that's not the best.
But
you
you
know.
realize that there haven't been any sports lately that hasn't been played indoors, especially the game of soccer.
Well, no, there is an indoor soccer league. There is a major.
On Staten Island? No.
No, not in New York at
No.
all. Not in New
No.
York. New York,
They used to be.
they don't have right.
They used to be the Continental Indoor Soccer Association.
Very good, but
Yeah.
and the
The New York
NASL.
they had a New York team.
NASL had a league also.
Yeah.
Didn't last long. The Cosmos were in it. The New York Arrows played on Long Island. If I'm not mistaken, they played at the Mausoleum.
No, you mean
Yeah.
the Nassau Coliseum.
Well, the Mausoleum.
The Nassau Veterans
where
Coliseum.
the New York Icelanders play.
Islanders. But now they're going to play. Now they're going to move them over to Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, it's good. Well, they'll
Right.
have a brand new facility, yeah, in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yes.
The Barclays Center.
Yes.
Right. So as far as indoor goes, yeah, I mean they're playing on a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
You know what? It's something. It's better than nothing. They got a whole month. Well, depending on the age group, you get a weekend out of it. At least.
Maybe they should have an organization called the Staten Island Hardwood Soccer Association.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with that title?
I've played on that hardwood floor, and it's no joke, especially as a keeper.
Oh,
Going
really?
down, making saves. Yeah, you gotta have some good knee pads on. So, moving on.
So put some AstroTurf in it.
No, there's no way. That's not gonna happen.
Are you
Not
kidding
indoors.
me?
Well, they won't. It's all about the dollar bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting a turf field, no. In a
Well, look
public
at-
school,
Well,
probably
they
not
could
gonna-
take it on the floor. They could take it on the, tear it on the floors. They could be like mini Madison Square Garden.
what they could do is they could put a dome over that turf that they have on the outside.
I don't think that's, like I said, it's all about public funding.
Yeah, right.
If somebody wants to do something like that, but
City funding.
right,
Yeah, so
Mhm.
it's not gonna happen.
no,
They'll put the money elsewhere where it's, Well, they got Owl Hollow. so-
right.
But again, you can't play there. You can't play outdoors in the wintertime. So
Well, that's not true. I've seen some outdoor tournaments.
we're talking about youth soccer right now. We're not talking
Well, youth
about-
soccer, yeah, they play only in the fall.
Right.
They play in the spring.
Right.
No winter
This is the longest break now. The
Yeah.
the fall break.
and no summer.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Well, we don't play in July and August, so
Why?
too hot, and soccer's really not a summer sport.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
play it all the time in
spring.
England.
No, they play in England, but they play in the winter season,
Right.
fall and winter, right?
Yeah.
So they start in Europe. It starts in August and it runs through May. It ends in mid-May. This year with the World Cup coming on, it might end probably beginning of May.
Mhm.
They're probably trying to bunch up all the games now, just so they have a break in between the season
Yeah.
and the World Cup. So,
Mhm.
so that's how that's going to run.
Yes.
What else is going on Staten Island? Anything else? I heard that there was a Hall of Fame inductees last week.
Oh, really?
Staten Island Soccer League. I mean, we unfortunately don't have all of the inductees.
Mhm.
I know of one, and I think it's a big one.
Who would better be?
Bill Smith was inducted into the Staten Island Soccer League Hall of Fame. President of Richmond Town Soccer Club and also of Staten Island Soccer League. So that was huge, seeing him finally get his dues. And like I said, I don't know. I'm sure there was a couple other guys or maybe even female or women. Once we get that information, we'll definitely pass it along.
Let me ask you this, John. I understand they have different licenses for the soccer league,
Right.
and I think his class was a Class F. Is that correct?
Yes.
A Class F soccer license. Do these licenses go up?
Yeah.
Does it go to
Well,
an F to a G?
Before we go any further, we have to put somehow maybe if Pat could put the phone number up on the
Yes.
screen. This way, if there's any,
Yeah.
anybody would like
I'm
to
sure a
call
lot of
in.
people have been wondering, for the past
Yeah, we finally got
several
the
minutes.
phone lines back.
Yes.
On, so and there
There
it
we
is,
go.
right there, right on the screen. If anyone is interested in calling, you were asking about, again, that brings up, a good topic there.
Yes.
I believe that every coach should have some type of training in soccer.
Yes.
Whatever level they want to go to,
Yes.
but you just can't have anyone. I mean, it's great to volunteer, but you got to know what you're trying to teach. You got to know what you're teaching the kids. You can't just go in there and you're not. If you're a baseball, football guy, you can't.
Right.
You got to have some kind of fundamental, and teaching these little kids.
Yes.
So your question.
Yes, I do. What time does SpongeBob comes on?
Oh, that's for another show. Yeah, we don't.
Because
we
sometimes, in case anyone calls up, just contact your local cable or satellite provider, okay?
Right, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, we're not doing SpongeBob calls tonight.
Right.
But as far as coaches, again, some type of training, I think, would definitely.
Have you ever seen a program on Nickelodeon by any chance?
No, I haven't. No,
No?
not at all.
I understand that your daughters like Sam and Cat.
Yeah, I guess that's the new hot thing going on. for
Jeanette
kids.
McCurdy and Ariana Grande.
Yeah, well, that's what the kids are going. They're into right now.
Did you notice that on one of the episodes, I saw this, that one episodes, they had a fake pineapple?
Where's Frank Tricomi when
I
you need him?
know, but they had a fake pineapple, and they had what you call money in it, and a lot of people didn't realize because Ariana Grande, she, if you didn't hear about this, she didn't like someone's opinions about SpongeBob SquarePants, and yet there's a pineapple for a prop in the show, but of course, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Right, exactly. Well, I'm glad that you're up to date with your SpongeBob there.
Yes.
So,
I'm
Brian,
not a SpongeBob fan at all.
Brian, you got another report there, I believe, you want to share. I think Mr. Bradley, formerly from, we'll go right into, professionals. This is the professional
Sure.
report that you got there.
All right. Well, according to this here, Toronto FC Football
Right.
Club unveiled Michael Bradley as his new player Monday, signing with the American midfielder from Italian club AS Roma.
Right.
Striker Jermaine Defoe, signed from Tottenham last Friday, was introduced along with Bradley at a late morning news conference. Bradley, who was 26, began his professional career in 2004 with the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars before sold to the Dutch club Heerenveen in January 2006. I just want to cut off there. They're saying he's 26, so basically he started his career at 16 years old.
Yeah, why not?
Is he a high school dropout?
No, not necessarily. You could still be a professional at 16, 17 years old if you're that good.
Don't get me wrong. There are I remember. Baseball. They had I think the Yankees one had a the New York Yankees on their farm league did had a 16-year-old sensation.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the guy now here.
Oh,
I gotta look it up. It was in one of the yearbooks. I think it was in the 2007 the 1997-98 yearbook of the New York Yankees.
Right.
That has to be research on the person's name. So
again,
I don't have information on that
16, 17 years old. I mean, you could still,
But still,
juggle school.
But still, 16 years old.
Well,
You're playing on a major league team here. What about finishing your your career in school? Your education? What about going to college?
Of course,
What about
that comes.
what about getting a future?
Yeah. Well, no, that comes first. Of course, I'm sure they juggle both at the same time. But if you're picked, and if you're a special player at 16, if you're on a professional team. Right?
But it shouldn't matter because education comes first.
Of course, and I agree.
Look at New York itself. We have so much problem in the public school education here, and no one's really sticking in to keep the kids in school, let them finish up, let them build careers.
Well, just to switch sports for a second, basketball players come right out of high school.
True.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
so-
8
so
because
there you
playing 18 years old. They're not putting a 16-year-old on the basketball court yet.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they have to go to college. I think football players.
College is basically optional.
It's optional, right?
It's optional. If you're 18, look at Kobe Bryant. He's same age as me. I'm 35. He's 35.
So getting back to Bradley here. Now,
Yes.
he played in Italy.
Correct.
In the Italian league, which is one of the best leagues in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be the top league in the world, but
Yes.
they're one of the best, though. You know, better than the MLS. You know, for sure. And I just don't understand why he would leave there. Maybe I do understand. Maybe it's playing time. I don't think he was playing because Roma has a midfielder that's a national team player, which Daniele De Rossi. He's their midfielder, and I believe he wasn't seeing much playing time. That might be the reason why he left.
Or maybe
But
he didn't.
again-
Maybe he didn't like Italy.
No, I'm sure. Well, Italy soccer is it's their bread and butter out there.
Still.
Even if you're riding the bench, I know you need to play. You probably get experience just watching how they run things over there in Rome.
Yeah, but I'm sure he got a little. I'm sure
He
he's
was-
been. I'm sure he's been profiled. He's probably been called a Yankee. He's probably been called.
He was
I
there
don't
for a
know.
couple of years, and now he's back to MLS in Toronto.
Toronto.
Man, I don't know. You know, there was a report saying that that might hurt his chances of going back to the national team, the U.S. national team, this summer for the World Cup, because you're not playing. You're playing on a team that's, I believe, 3 years in existence.
Really.
Toronto, 3 or 4 years. They're not around long, and also, and you're playing in a league that there's no competition really. You know, they don't have superstar great players like you would have in Europe. So you know, for me, I think he's an okay player. You know, he doesn't.
But still,
strike you as a great
he
player.
joins Toronto FC.
Yeah.
I mean, who's their biggest fan in Toronto FC? The mayor, Rob Ford.
Well, yeah. Well, he's not the ex-mayor. Well, that you know what?
He's still mayor.
We need Frank Balanzano, our Canadian reporter, to call in hopefully tonight.
Oh, wait,
And
are we live streamed? I forgot.
We are. We have to find out from
I don't know if we're live streamed tonight.
Pat Brady.
No, I don't think
Pat
we are.
Brady is directing tonight back there, filling in for you because
Yeah.
you're filling in for Frank.
Right.
So there was like a domino effect here tonight.
Yes, if he comes back.
Thanks to Frank for calling out again.
Well, I called.
This is his last shot. That's
well,
it.
you know, I called out for his show. I didn't want to.
Well,
but
you did a no call, no show in his show. What? How do you not call and not show up when you're supposed to direct the show?
I wasn't
How does
feeling
that
too
work?
well. I wasn't feeling too well.
But you call him and you say, "Look, Frank, I can't make it." blah,
He
blah,
had
blah."
no. Hey, listen, he should have contacted me. If you knew you need someone so bad, you have
Well,
to
you know what? We
contact.
can't even talk about it because he's not here. So when he gets here, we'll have a round table discussion on this live. How's that? We'll do
That's
that.
fine.
All right. So getting back to Michael Bradley here. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, his father's a coach.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Ghana, maybe not Ghana, but he's definitely a head coach, one of the national teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His father used to coach the U.S. team, national team.
Really?
So yeah, they fired him, and now that they hired Klinsmann, the German.
How nice.
Yeah. So, but you know,
You
we're
seem to-
gonna
do you-
gonna get into the World Cup in a few minutes.
You
'cause,
seem to have some. You seem to have something against the Germans these days. Why is that?
Well, I was warned going back in my coaching days. Okay, I had a referee that was German,
Really?
and he threatened to card me because I was arguing a call. One of my players just so happened to be my daughter. Got tripped, flat out tripped, and he didn't card. He didn't nothing. She's there laying on the ground, crying and hurt, and he's there to play on.
Well, yeah.
You know,
That's.
so maybe I don't have anything against. the
Well,
Germans.
wait a minute. I think I know what you're talking about. This didn't happen that way. I think it happened that. Did it?
Yes, it did. Patrides had happened that, right? Until we turned things around.
You know, we always keep talking about the Patrides incident
Well,
with,
Patrides
with
keeps
that coach,
coming up, you know?
with that referee.
The referee, yeah.
Yeah, but he almost carded you. Yeah, that's right. He almost carded you.
Yes, he
Made a
warned
trip.
me. He gave me a warning, but that's all right. You know, that's fine.
I think
the
there was proof of that one, isn't there?
Well, look, I coached for 5 years. I've never got carded. Maybe a warning or two. I think maybe 2 warnings. That's
Right.
good. You know, I know I definitely don't disrespect.
But you are a referee, and you now give the warnings.
right. Well, I also give the cards too.
Oh yeah.
I've given a couple of yellow, reds.
Oh yeah.
Boy, this past season was bad with the coach. I don't know what was with these coaches this year. They just feel like they could just get on a referee, you know, which they can't. You can't. You gotta respect. You can't because you're gonna get thrown.
But
out.
nobody likes what you call referee. We have a phone call. Hold on,
All
I
right,
think
I think
we have a developing
All
phone
right.
call coming up.
All right, caller, you're on the air. Staten Island Soccer Report.
Hey, John, it's Joe Barnacle. How are you?
Hey, Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Good. I just had a quick question. I have a 20-year-old stepdaughter who actually just discovered the world of soccer, and she wants to get involved, but I have no idea where on this island if they have any places to go to or anything like that.
All right, 20 years old. Oh, boy. Is she going to school?
No, she's done with school.
She's done with school. College.
What school did she go to?
What school did she go to?
Yes.
She went to Wagner.
Okay. I'm an alumni of Wagner.
Well,
I graduated.
I think the travel teams. I don't know what the age group is, but you might want to try like a travel team like a Silver Lake. You know, you just look them up, and I don't know
What is
what
called
the
Silver
age-
Lake Travel Team?
Yeah, they're on the island. Just go online, just type in Silver Lake, and there's that other travel team.
Which one?
There's another one out
Staten
there.
Island United?
The Staten Island United, right? Those are the two on the island. I don't know if she's too old to play on that. The only other option other than that would be like a college. Like
Okay, so it's Silver Lake Travel Team or Staten Island United.
Staten Island United. You got it, Joey.
All right, thanks a lot, John. I'll
No
talk to you
problem.
later.
Take care, Joe.
Bye.
So, yeah, I think 20. I'm not sure what age they go up to the travel
Isn't
teams.
20? Isn't 20 the last age?
It might be. Well, we'll find out. But yeah, getting back to this, I mean, it's just I don't know why he made the move back to the States. There's no money in it. You know, you're definitely getting paid more money in Europe to play.
Whoa, wait, hold on. You're saying that if he was still playing in Europe,
Yeah.
he gets more pay, but he comes out to America and doesn't get like less money?
Yeah. Well,
What's up with that?
And I think there's a
I mean,
cap.
we're the land of we're the land of plenty. We're the land of milk and honey, and we give less dollar.
Not for this sport, unfortunately, not for soccer. In this country, it means nothing. But
Yeah.
it's a world sport. Don't forget that. So it's definitely a world
Still,
sport. Yeah. No. He's not getting paid top dollar here, that's for sure.
yeah.
You know, I think every team, the cap might be like 20, 30,000, in between 20 and 30,000. So, I mean, you know, we got to move on.
I think the problem is they got to
the
make
next.
soccer look much better. If the soccer game was made much better, there'd probably be more pay about.
No, if
involved in it.
if you bring a team, if you want to play the game in this country, it's got to be played in the wintertime. It can't be played in the summer. They're playing this league. This league is playing all summer long.
Right.
Baseball's around.
But you know, I have bias against soccer, especially when they go to a shootout. Still, you have like a tie game. There should be no ties. Just score a point, you win. That's it. If it ends 0-0 after 9 minutes here, you go to shootout. 1 point wins it all. That's it. Not instead of like 0-0. Let it be 0-1.
Well, I think in the
And also use both sides of the field, not like one side. They do it in hockey. They do it in basketball. Basketball, they don't have that. They have that out overtimes. But still, you know, utilize the soccer game. Bring in more excitement into the game. This way, people stays intact. People, leave the stadium happy. They see their winning team win with a point, not like a 0-0 tie in a shootout. It's ridiculous.
That's the only thing.
Change the game. FIFA, what do we call themselves? Change the game.
FIFA, yeah, FIFA rule. But they're not going to change the game because it's a world sport, number one. The Americans,
They can still change it.
Americans might not like it because it's a low-scoring game.
That's the catch. It's a low-scoring game, but let them at least score a point instead of showing 0-0 and the team wins. I mean, how's that keeping record? I don't understand that.
Well, it's if two teams battle to a 0-0 tie, I mean, they both earned a point.
Still, hockey goes to a shootout.
Well,
They
that's
take
hockey.
the point in.
Oh, that's a Canadian sport. Now you jump in.
No, it's North American sports. It's
More
it's
Canadian.
still played world all over. They play it all
Yeah,
over.
but
They
still-
play it in Italy.
Hockey in the U.S. is really not that popular. In New York, it's not, right?
New York's very popular. Well, come on. Are you kidding me? We have the New York Rangers. We have the New York Islanders. We also have the New Jersey Devils. But
Right.
that's, of course, in Jersey. We also have the, what you call these
Well,
college teams.
let's go down the list. Football's number one, right, in this country.
No, baseball.
I think football.
No,
I
baseball.
think football.
Baseball.
I think football took over.
Not lately.
No?
No.
Well, I'm just going to – this is my pick. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey, and soccer. You see?
Yeah.
Right?
Of course, soccer is
So
at
there
least,
you
you
go.
know.
Hockey's down there, too.
Yeah, soccer's
Yeah.
more like the pinky toe, or at least, you know, the lower end of a toilet. But
Exactly. Well, it is what it is. But you know what? I have the love for soccer, so I'll continue doing this show because I love the game. And we'll report soccer scores. We'll report what goes on the island. Hopefully, we'll get some coaches on this year looking for bigger and better things.
yes,
And also, a couple of players. We need to get some current soccer players on this show. That's what we're gonna definitely improve on in 2014.
If they like to come on this program.
No, they should like to come on.
No,
They'll talk about what they do, you know, how they got into soccer and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna strive for this year.
We should get some, like, a couple of bomb feeders, you know.
Well, no, we don't do bottom feeders. But who do you like is what we do, really.
That's
who
right.
Do you like? Who do you like? Since we got
that's not a program. Fred's Pro Football Picks, and they can catch that tomorrow live at 7:00 on Channel 35.
That's a football picks,
That's
right?
right,
Which
and
is one of
79.
Was it the last show of the year?
No, it's
one
the
more?
championship series.
Championship,
Big
right.
games, I'm telling you. Two big games for the NFC. We have San Francisco 49ers, and they'll take on the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. And for the AFC, you have the New England Patriots.
Right.
The Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Two huge, big football games.
Yeah,
It is
wait,
wild.
what kind of football are we talking about? This is a soccer show.
Oh, come on. It's
Football?
the National Football League.
If we were in Europe, you say football.
Correct.
We're in the States. Soccer.
Soccer.
We're not talking American football.
Hey, it's like I said, it's right now big this season.
Well, anyway, you know what?
What's even more big lately is the weather, the fog. You ever notice those dense fogs we have been having?
Well, tonight again on Staten Island, January 15th, we couldn't see, right? All morning, and then it hit us again about 5 o'clock tonight.
I couldn't even look across, waterway. I mean, it's so bold. At least had the lights on.
Yeah, just keep it rolling, you know.
Yeah. Just make sure everyone out there use your low beam headlights. Don't put your high beams on.
No.
It's going to blind out drivers here and you cause accidents.
Yeah, definitely.
And also drive lower than 30 miles per hour. Drive at least 25.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
You got to just keep it rolling. That's all. I mean, the sun came up. And
True.
About 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, and just burnt everything. So we're talking about football. I think we have a big tournament coming on.
You're talking about
June.
man.
All right, and we're gonna go to the World Cup.
I can't believe the U.S. group's in.
Well, we're gonna talk a little World Cup right now because the groups they came up with the groups, right?
Yes, and
We have.
they really don't like the United States. That's
Well,
what it comes down to.
You know what? I watched the selection.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't like the way they do it, but then again, it's kind of a little orchestrated because they don't want to have all the good teams in one group.
Of course
You
not.
could have that
But that's
if you-
false because
If you do random picking, right?
Right.
You could have like one group with all the top teams in it. Then, that won't be good. But anyhow, the way they did it was Group A.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who's in Group A?
you got Brazil.
Take the list. Go ahead. You
You
could go
got
right
Brazil.
down.
Like I said, you got Brazil. You got Croatia. You got Mexico, and you got Cameroon.
Now let's hold on to Group A for a second.
Yes.
You know Brazil's
Yeah.
pretty much a lock to get out of that group.
Oh, of course.
Who is going to join them? Who's going to be in second place in that group?
Definitely Mexico.
You think so?
Of course.
Mexico had a tough time qualifying.
Hey, like I said, you cannot doubt Mexico out.
They
for
had to
any
go.
reason.
They had to go to a 2-game playoff against New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, and travel halfway around the world. All right, to go play a New Zealand team twice. Once in Mexico and once in New Zealand, just to make it to the Brazil to the World Cup. But you know what? That's behind us now. So you're picking. You're gonna pick. We're gonna hold on to these picks because we're gonna go back to them. To get out of Group A, LaPayower is picking Brazil
I'm bringing Brazil.
and Mexico.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a B because Brian, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go with the same two. So
Oh, really? So you
Okay.
agree with me?
yes, I do agree with you. Group B, Brian, what do we got?
We got Spain, Netherlands, Chile, and Australia.
Okay, same question. This is a tough. I think there's 3 good teams in this group. Chile's not. You know what? Chile's not a bad. They're not great. They're not a bad team.
Chile?
Yes.
Do you
Chile.
know who came from Chile? Nicole Snooki Polizzi.
Okay, that's fine.
But she, of course, was adopted to an Italian family in America. the
Give me your
Polizzis.
picks. Give me your picks for Group B.
First, Bo, you can never doubt all the way Spain.
Spain.
That's what I gotta tell you.
Defending champions.
Of course.
World Cup, also European Cup champions.
yes.
So they pretty much got every cup there is.
But remember, they don't call it Spain; they call it España.
España is right.
España.
And I'm going to agree with you. Spain will be one of the teams to make it out of Group B. Second
Mas
team.
España.
Second team out of Group B. Who's coming out of there?
Chile.
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 You're picking the underdog Chile over the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to go Chile,
I'm taking a long shot here.
and I'm taking the Netherlands.
Of course, you're gonna take the Netherlands.
Okay.
Nobody picks the Aussies.
And, of course, Australia.
Good day, mate.
Unfortunately, they're going to be 3 and out.
Yes.
3 games and out. Yeah, they'll be packing their bags after that third game.
No,
Going
they'll be down under with the Crocs.
Well, they got a long flight home after that from Brazil.
That's right, down under with the Crocs.
Yeah. Okay, Group C, World
Groups.
Cup I'm sorry, not qualifying. World Cup
Yes.
group standings. Group C. Who's coming out of it, Brian?
We got-
Name the 4 teams.
We got Colombia, Greece, Cote d'Ivoire, and Japan.
That's Ivory Coast, just in case you didn't know. Ivory Coast. Yeah.
Oh, whatever
It's
they
in
are.
French.
I know.
Okay. Now this is a tricky group.
Mhm.
You know why? Why is
Why?
it tricky? The reason why I say it's tricky, because all these teams, there's like not a good team. They're all in the same bucket, which is good.
You know, it's also tricky.
Anybody could come out of this group.
It was our live tag. You know, it's also tricky, by the way.
Yeah.
Run DMC.
Okay. Yeah, we need the live tag up there again, if you can,
Yes.
please.
Yeah, we're still live. No one's watching.
Yeah,
Maybe
the phone,
someone is.
The phone number, if we can. That's all. Just
There
keep
we
the phone.
go.
There you go. Thank you, Pat. All right. So give me who's coming out of Group C.
Group C, like I said, Colombia, Greece, Ivory Coast, and Japan.
You got to give me 2 teams that are going to come out of it.
Japan and Colombia.
Okay, Japan.
Yes.
Brian's going with Japan. Why? I don't know. Colombia. Okay. I'm going to go with Greece because Greece has won the European Championship a few years back. Okay. They were okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to go against Brian. I'm going to go with Ivory Coast. So Greece and Ivory Coast to get out of Group C. Group D, Brian.
I
what
could
we
be
got?
wrong, too. You have Uruguay, Costa Rica, England, and Italia.
Okay. Who's coming out?
Isn't it obvious?
Who's coming
England
out?
and Italia.
Who's coming out? I got the soccer ball, the magic ball.
I told
Who's
you.
coming out?
I told you, England and Italia.
Okay, hold on a second.
Italy, whatever you call them.
Uruguay, Costa Rica, England, and Italy. So you're picking Italia, Brian, and England to come out of that group.
Of course.
Good choice. Uruguay's a good team. They were 4th in last year's tournament in Brazil. So they finished. Italy beat them for the 3rd place match. So
Don't forget, Italy did win the World Cup in 2006.
long time ago, and
Yeah.
whole totally new team.
And I'm tell you something. If you go to Brooklyn, New York, you've seen plenty of Italian flags flown over a place.
Yeah, not too many are left, but a
Yeah.
lot of Italians moved out of there. They probably have a better shot in Jersey somewhere.
We're in New Jersey.
I don't know, some part of New Jersey. Maybe
Where?
Staten Island.
Staten Island's not New Jersey. We're in New York.
Oh right, yeah, probably Jersey.
Yeah.
But no, the Brooklyn. It's not like 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, Group E. What do we got?
We got Switzerland, Ecuador, France, and Honduras.
So who's coming out?
I would say
Who's coming out of there? Switzerland,
France and
good
Honduras.
choice. Okay, Honduras. I would go with France, of course. 2006 with the famous headbutt.
The Zidane.
The headbutt.
Yes.
The famous headbutt. Okay, so Brian's going with the headbutt, and then we're gonna go with Honduras.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Ecuador. Okay, because I think, and I'll go with France.
You're going to take a South American country.
Yes, Ecuador's.
And what about the Swiss? You think the Swiss don't play well?
No, I think the Swiss are gonna go home after the 3rd game.
So the Swiss is going to miss.
The Swiss will miss.
Swiss will miss.
Yes, they will.
Good hot chocolates. That's good hot
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah, with the marshmallows, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Group F. What do we got?
We got Argentina.
Oh, another top-notch country there.
We got Bosnia and Herzegovina. Then you have Iran and Nigeria.
Nigeria. Oh, we know a couple of Nigerians. Yeah, and they're definitely rooting for that. You know what?
But Iran did win the Olympics in 2000, I think 2008.
Yeah, that's
I'm correct?
no impact on this World Cup.
No.
Who's coming out of Group F, Brian?
Well, Madonna did that play as well as that movie, Argentina and Nigeria.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Yeah, all about that.
I can't
the
sing.
freedom residents.
Okay, so Brian's
believe he did a
going
bro
with
or two like that.
Argentina.
Argentina and
He's
Nigeria.
also taking Nigeria. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna. You know what? Wow. I'm agreeing with you again.
Mhm.
Same. Argentina, and I like Nigeria's. I think they got speed too. They got some skilled players. Most of their players play in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
So they're not a bad team.
Mhm.
But I don't see them going further than the group stage.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna move right along to Group G.
Mhm.
Group G. Oh, this is a big group.
Yes.
This might be the group of death,
It is
meaning that it's a tough group.
a very tough group.
Yeah. So what do you got?
You
What do
got Germany, you got Portugal, you got Ghana, and of course, our country, the United States of America.
Yes, Portugal's got the pretty boy. He won, I think, the best player award.
Who's the pretty boy?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, Ronaldo.
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, the pretty boy of soccer. If there's a pretty boy, he's it.
Mhm.
He's the pretty boy. He's got that pretty boy face.
Mhm.
Again, can't do anything with his national team. He's a great club player, right?
Mhm. Yes.
With the national team, has not won a World Cup yet.
Mhm.
So who's coming out of Group G?
Let's hope USA, for our sakes.
Well, you just give me the names. I'm going to put them down.
I'm going to say USA, and I'm going to take a long shot on this one. I'm going to go with Portugal.
Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Brian's pick for Group G, United States, Portugal. You know, and I love this country. It's got
Really?
nothing to do with me not picking them. I just don't think soccer.
You're not going to take, of course, you're not taking Deutschland or Ghana.
I am not taking. I'm going to go with Germany,
Of course, you're going to go with the Deutschlands.
and I will go with Portugal
Mhm.
to come out of that group.
Mhm.
The U.S.
But why not Ghana?
You know, Ghana's giving the U.S. a lot of trouble, but
I know, they give him Rhea.
I don't think Ghana. I think they're in the same boat as.
I don't think nobody got that, Joe. Ghana, Rhea.
Yes, we got that. It's a family show.
I'm sorry. I apologize to the viewers out there.
No, as far as Ghana goes, I just when they're competing against Germany and Portugal, I don't think they're skilled enough. Just like the U.S.,
Mhm.
the U.S. is out of their. I think they're out of their league when they're playing against these other countries right here, Germany and Portugal. So again,
Mhm.
I really don't know what it's going to take for the United States to really
Mhm.
just move up, down. You know, just get past or get to a World Cup final. I mean.
Mhm.
They got players playing in Europe, which is a good thing because they get experience. They're playing with the best of the best
Mhm.
in Europe. But, you know, I'm not sure if they're just understanding the whole game. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
it's just not working right now.
It's not.
Hopefully in the future, maybe the next World Cup. You know, but I don't see them doing anything in this one. Okay, the last group, Group H.
You
What
got,
do we got?
we got Belgium. I'm sure they definitely have great waffles.
Yeah.
You got Algeria, Russia, and Korea Republic,
Korea
also
Republic.
known as South Korea,
Formerly known as South Korea.
whatever they are.
Yeah, they were in 2010. They were South Korea, I believe. Yeah.
So now they call themselves Korea Republic.
Yes.
And North Korea is probably called Korea Democratic, but of course, North Korea is not participating in this soccer tournament.
Again, this is another group, Brian, that all four teams probably match up great against each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's great for the sport. When you got teams that you really don't know what result you're going to get. Belgium came to the United States, played a friendly, and whipped us. They came here for a friendly game, beat us like 4-1 or something
Yeah,
like
so don't remember about these friendlies, especially you don't like them when they play in Yankee Stadium
that. Yeah.
or City Field or wherever they play them.
Well, that's because the field is not even regulation size. That's why.
They had to play at least something.
Yeah, that's called.
Then they shouldn't chose Yankee Stadium in
it's
the first
called
place.
calcetto.
Whatever they call them.
Yeah, that means they shorten the field up, and I don't like that. I don't like that's not real soccer. So who's coming out of Group H?
Belgium and
Okay.
Korea Republic.
And you know what? And you know nothing about Belgium, right?
Yes, I do. The waffles.
Aside from the
And
waffle.
Brussels. Let's not forget, Jean-Claude Van Damme came from Brussels. That's in
Belgium and Russia?
I said Korea Republic.
Oh, Korea. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with Belgium
Mm-hmm.
and Russia.
Das Danya.
Yes.
Das Danya.
That's Danya. Right.
Das Danya.
All right. So that'll wrap up pretty much.
You know what Das Danya means, right?
That means goodbye.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, not yet. We still got about 15 minutes to go on the show. We're not
Yes.
saying goodbye yet.
No.
So that
Russia
pretty-
is das Daniel.
as far as the World Cup, who do you pick to win the whole thing? Wait, before you answer that question, who's your finalist in the World Cup? Two countries. Here's the list.
Hey, I make the picks. I don't make the finals.
Just give me 2 picks. Who do you think is going to be in the final?
My guess would be Spain.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Brazil.
Spain and Brazil.
Yes.
Wow, that would be a good final. I don't want to see that. I mean, if I'm going,
I go for America too. I think we should go and be in the World Cup.
The United States would not make the finals.
Yes, they would.
If they do, boy, it's going to snow in July.
When we go to snow,
They won't make the finals.
where's the World Cup being held in?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be cold in Brazil.
No, it's going to be hot in Brazil.
No, it's not. July? No, it's gonna be cold. What are you talking about? Remember, we'll be hot. They'll
It's
be cold.
humid in Brazil in the middle of the summer. It's humid there. It's really hot and humid.
No, it's the reverse. Remember, it's past the equator.
We'll look it up. We'll look that up because I guarantee it's going to be hot there. It's going to be a hot summer.
Not in Brazil.
Not in Brazil?
Not in Brazil.
Why not?
It's not.
All right,
It's
well,
south of the equator.
You know what? We got to do? We got to get someone to get us the weather forecast for Brazil. I definitely get. If anyone out there knows the weather, they can call up also.
Yes.
I guarantee it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
So give me a pick to win it all. Who's going to win?
I have no. Like I said, I have no picks. I'm gonna say United States of America.
Yeah, don't bet on that.
I'm not.
Save your money. All right. We'll wrap up on the World Cup. I mean, we still got definitely some months to go. Hopefully, you know what? Right now, I think a lot of nations are hoping for that no one gets hurt because you got all these players. They're playing in their club teams now, right? And you're just keeping your fingers crossed because I was watching Juventus play a couple weeks ago, and Andrea Pirlo went down with a knee, and he's one of Italy's best players.
Are you talking about Major League Soccer?
No, I'm talking about Serie A, and that we're going to talk about in a minute.
Right.
The Italian league, okay? Juventus.
Okay.
Pirlo is one.
Juventus.
Yes, he's one of their best players. He went down, got hurt. Seemed like they took him off, and but right now I think what you're really hoping for no injuries. You really don't want anyone to miss the World Cup.
I don't believe it. There are gonna be injuries.
Well, we'll hope not. You hope for the best. You hope that no one gets hurt. You want all the countries that qualified to be at that full.
But they're
maximum.
using an official size 5 ball.
Yeah.
Unless they're using unless a Series 6.
No, 5. And
Why not 6?
And I think Adidas.
We have a phone caller?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It looks like we got a call. Caller, you're on the line. Staten Island Soccer Report.
Okay, they're coming up right now. It's coming up any moment now.
All right. All right, caller, you're on Staten Island Soccer Report live.
Okay, I just wanted to point out that when we have winter in the northern hemisphere, they have summer in the southern hemisphere.
Right.
Really?
That's exactly what I thought. I figured it'd be hot and humid in Brazil.
So they're having their summer now.
Right. So you're saying it's going to be winter? You think it's going to be? Last summer they were playing a tournament in Brazil, and the weather reports were for hot and humid. So.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that when we have winter in the northern hemisphere, that's
Right.
where we are in Staten Island.
Right.
They have summer in the southern hemisphere, where Brazil is.
Right. I got you.
So in other words, by the time July reaches, they'll be in a winter. In the summer, they'll be cold.
They'll be in their winter.
Right. They'll be in their winter. We'll be in our summer. Right. Exactly.
Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Good show. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for calling.
And that caller was Dr. Alan Benamo from the College of Staten Island, who
Okay.
told us that report.
Okay.
So like I said, it's going to be cold in Brazil.
Right. All right. You know what? That's probably that's great then. You know,
Great.
That's a great call.
That means they're wearing the long sleeves.
Well, that's up to the players. The
Right.
players' decision. But it's great for the game because, like I said earlier in the show, it's not a summer sport.
No.
Because you're running 90 minutes now. Okay, players are going up and down the field, and you're overheating. So with the cooler weather, it's definitely a good thing. So we got about 10 minutes to go here.
Well, in 10 minutes.
We're gonna brush up on the Italian Serie A standings and anything else going on in Italian soccer right now. Brian, let's go down the list. You know what? I'll give that up to you. You could go down. Let's go from the bottom up this time. Let's give the bottom feeders a little acknowledgement. How about we do that?
All right.
The teams that are doing bad and the teams that don't belong in the A division. Let's give them some note.
Well, let's see. Out of 20 teams, the bottom of the list is Catania.
Catania. Where's Catania?
I don't know.
Catania. Is it Sicily?
Who knows?
We have to look that up.
We'll look
right?
it up. You got Catania.
Okay. All right. We might have another caller on the line, Brian. Let's put this on hold right now.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the line. Staten Island Soccer Report.
Hey, John, how you doing? How's everything?
Okay.
It's Frank here.
Hey, what's up, Frank? Hey, look at who it is. It's Frank Tricomi. Hey,
Yeah.
Frank, I know you're a little under the weather today. We had a little fun with you today, on the show.
Yeah, I know. Always fun at my expense.
Why not? Hey, listen, someone's got to pay for it.
Exactly. When people don't show up, heads got to roll. I understand that.
You got it. Hey, listen, I went over it with this guy sitting right here next to me, doing a no-call, no-show last week.
Heads got to roll. The only thing is, I just want you to say it to my face.
Yeah, well.
You just got to man up.
We got the ball. The ball is going to be rolling.
I just want to say I agree. I think Spain's going to go back-to-back on this one.
No. All right, well, hey, you're picking Spain to win it all?
Put me in for Spain.
All right, I'm going to put you down. Hold on. Spain to win it all from Frank Tricomi. You're on record now.
You think so?
I just can't stand Brazil, so.
Well, listen, there's other countries to pick other than Spain. You could pick the U.S. like Brian did.
Yes.
Nah,
After all, U.S. don't have a jersey that says "Fly Emirates" across the chest.
You know what you got to do to go pick the U.S.? You got to go to Colorado and smoke some of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go.
Or Washington. You forgot about Washington State also.
That's like saying the Knicks are going to win the title.
Yeah.
Exactly. Forget
Pretty
about
much. But no, that's not a knock on them. Again, we were mentioning earlier, Frank, that the U.S. is just out of their league. I think that's the nicest way to put it.
I mean, you want to say, you want to be hopeful, but, it's kind of.
Hey, listen, I'd be the first one. I wish they would win a World Cup in my lifetime. I really wish they would, but I don't see it. Realistically, I don't see it happening. Hopefully, Italy could give some teams a run for their money. They're in position, I think, to do that. So.
Getting back to the U.S. though, like you said, they're in like a tough group. So
the group of death. It's definitely the group of death. Germany, Portugal, and Ghana. Ghana has always beaten the U.S.
Well, at least they don't got Brazil though.
Well, yeah. I would have taken Brazil and a couple of lesser countries any day because Brazil's going to go, and then you just got to battle out these other countries that are in the same ballpark as you,
Yeah.
But now they don't have a prayer because you got two top-notch teams, that you have to try and beat. Not one, you got two. So.
And that's just going to be the way the U.S. soccer goes.
Yeah.
They're only going to go really as far in the foreseeable future as their group takes them.
Right.
If they're in a weak group one year, maybe they may slide through a little bit.
Right,
if
exactly.
they're in a tough group, they're just going to be, kind of like benefit or be victimized by circumstance.
I said earlier in the show that I thought that they set this thing up. Okay, they know where the balls are. All right. They could have gave the U.S. a break here. They really could have. Give us a damn break for once. It's a knock on U.S. soccer in general. I think if the men's team doesn't show any kind of an improvement in the World Cup, if they keep getting knocked out in the group stage, it just looks bad for the men, the women, the younger, the U16s, the U15s and stuff like that. That's my opinion, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, it's not bigger here because, as well as everybody else, if something's big here,
it's not big here at
if you
all.
can make it here, things like the sponsors, they'll really start rolling in.
Yeah.
Because everybody, people here spend a lot of money on merchandising and stuff. So unfortunately, it hasn't reached the popularity it has.
I tell you,
over the world.
if the men's team can ever play half of the way the women's team, if they have the success that the women's team had, forget it. They'd be selling out stadiums like crazy whenever they played.
Absolutely. Totally
just half of the success the women's team has right now. They're number one in the world, and they've been like that since probably the mid-'90s or late 90s.
Yeah, they've been.
All right, they're dominating the sport, the women's. But no one cares because A, it's women, and B, it's soccer.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Frank.
And C, it's poorly funded.
Yeah. Frankie, so what's going on? How you feeling?
All right, just a little bit under the weather these last couple of days.
All right.
So I wasn't able to make it. I was debating on trying to get there, but I just had to shut it down for a variety of reasons.
All right, it's no problem.
So, but yeah, I know I missed. Haven't been on the show since October. It feels like forever now.
Yeah, I know. Right. Well, you did. Didn't you do? You did the. You did the November show, right?
No, oh yeah, the regular November show.
Yeah, you did the regular one. Then the second one, right? You couldn't make it. Now this one. Yeah, we'll get back to. We're gonna hopefully have a couple different shows going on. Different topics and stuff like that. So.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
we'll get that going.
Interesting, and now who knows? Maybe we'll be moving on to Studio A here and there.
I'm hoping to do Studio A live because they did a show in there live tonight, and I'm gonna talk to Kenny, the manager here, and after the show, we'll see what we could get going in Studio A.
Absolutely.
All right, Frankie. Any last thoughts? We're gonna.
No, just again, I'm gonna go with Spain. I'll run down some of these other teams with you another time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
We have. When does the cup start anyway?
Well, we got until June. We still have a few months that we're gonna definitely talk about the World Cup for the next few months. It starts in June. Right now, Frank, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I think the biggest key, and I know if I'm a coach of any national team that's in the World Cup now, if I'm a head coach, my fingers are crossed because these players are playing now. They're playing for their club teams. You don't want no injuries.
Yeah.
You're going to hear, it always happens every 4 years. Someone is going, knock on wood, you hope it don't happen, but someone's going to go down with an injury and miss the World Cup.
Yeah.
You hope it don't happen. Again, if I'm a coach, my fingers are crossed, and can't wait to get through this season.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Exactly. Well, we got a few months to go here. Looks like. Let me let you guys get going and wrap up for the night. And great show as always, John. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, Frank. Thanks for the call. Get well.
Thanks.
Feel better. All right, that's Frank Tricomi, co-host, also a head coach of Great Kills.
Yeah.
The logo is right up here somewhere.
Was that stand with you? What's your standing right now?
No, my status, I'm not coaching. I retired from coaching, and I'm happy with what I'm doing.
But you just told Frank that you talk about coaching a national team. No, you just said that.
No, not me coaching. I'm saying if you're a coach of a national team right now, your fingers are crossed because your players are playing on their club team. Like just the other day, or was it a week ago, the Italian Giuseppe Rossi, he got injured. He's hopefully is going to make it back in time because you still have about 5 months to go for the World Cup. And that's a perfect example. He's an up-and-coming young player. I think he had a knee injury prior. I don't know what his injury was now. But, again, you just hope as a coach, I'm not a coach, as a coach, you hope your players don't get hurt. No.
But you're a referee. I'm sure the referees get good money to do the teams.
It's not about that. It's about the love of the game. I do this all for the love of the game. Really, it's just I do the show.
What love of the game? You now ref the games, the youth games.
Well, you know what, refereeing, especially when I'm doing the younger ones, it's teaching also. Teaching. I find myself teaching them how to throw the ball in, mainly, when they're doing a foul throw. I'm talking about the little ones, like the U7s, maybe the U8s. You let them do it again. Because, what are you going to get out of a kid throwing in the ball the wrong way? jumping or lifting their foot when they're not supposed to
But
do that.
shouldn't that be the coach's training on that?
Well, yeah, the coaches should, but again, that goes back to the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Every coach, in my mind, should have some sort of training before they become a coach. I mean, maybe not before, but during their coaching,
Yeah.
but
But
definitely
during,
have some kind
But
of.
what about substitution coach? What about if the coach can make it, and they have somebody else, like a parent, filling in,
Well,
and they are
that-
licensed, and they also have the ID and everything.
Well, as long as they got their pass,
Yeah.
they're allowed to be on the coach's side. So you can't be on that coach's sideline without a pass.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, and then that pass entails of you getting a background check.
Oh, of
'Cause
course.
we definitely.
I remember one time I observed the game, and the kid put the wrong ball in,
Right.
in their
Yeah.
same goal.
Well, you know what? These things happen. I believe, it was in hockey that they pulled the goalie,
Oh yeah.
and the player shot the puck back and went into the net. I mean, it happens. Those are fluky,
Yeah.
plays that happen in sports. But again, just to wrap up here real quick, we only got a couple minutes to go. Serie A, the Italian league, Juventus. Looks like they're gonna take it. They're gonna take this again. They're the New York Yankees of soccer in Italy.
Oh, really?
They've gotten 28 some odd championships. Okay, so Juventus is definitely gonna run away. Looks like the 52 points. Second place is Roma with 44. Roma's playing having a pretty good season. Juventus played them, I believe, last week and beat them. I think they beat them 2-0, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got Napoli in third place. They're holding steady there. Fiorentina's up and coming, and that's the team that just lost Giuseppe Rossi.
Oh really?
Yeah, and
I noticed one of the team names down the list.
Yes,
if
go
we
ahead.
can get to that one.
Sure, go right
The
ahead.
13th team, Atalanta.
Atalanta, yes.
They should be renamed Atlanta.
No, that's Atalanta.
Why they call it Atalanta?
Well, that's Italian city. Yeah. So.
Do you know what Atalanta uses to relieve themselves?
No,
My Atlanta.
funny. You know what? We got to put you on the comedy show. We got to get called back.
Yes.
Nevin Cummings, right? Yeah.
He
Staten Island.
is coming back.
Yeah, we got to get you on there
Yes.
because you're a regular comedian. You know? So, all right, just to wrap up, number 5, Inter Milan. AC Milan has dropped off like the face of the earth here in Italy. That's where Super Mario plays on. AC Milan. They're 11th.
Really?
They just fired their coach and I believe hired one of their former players, Sadov.
Oh, really?
It just took over, I think, today.
Sadov?
Yes.
Where's
today.
he from?
I'm not sure.
Is he from Germany?
No, he's not.
Sadov?
Yeah. So I mean, but
But
Milan
still-
really, that really looks funny looking at them in the 11th place in the
Yeah.
standings. They're usually fighting for the top spot. Yeah. So, but other than that, the same the bottom feed is Bologna, Chievo, Onidesi.
More like baloney, if you ask me.
Yeah. Sampdoria, they're a team that's they're in the middle of the pack right now. So I mean,
What do these names mean?
these are cities in Italy.
The cities.
That's cities.
But they
in
have to
Italy.
have names.
Yeah, these are the names
I
of
mean,
the
they
cities.
have to have at least meanings. of
Torino's actually Juventus.
Torino. That's northern Italy.
They're in the same city, Juventus and Torino.
Oh, really?
The same, right. That's like the Mets and the Yankees.
Right.
Right.
But
Milan here, Inter Milan, AC Milan, same city. They're from the same city.
Isn't Fiat from Torino?
Fiat?
Fiat.
I'm not sure if a Fiat comes from Torino. But anyhow, you know what, Brian? That's our signal. The music
Yes.
is coming on. So thanks again for filling in.
Thank you, John.
Great job as always.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Staten Island Soccer Report. We'll see you guys soon.
Okay. Take care.
Manchester, feeling good. Rival team is raving too. On the field, think of you. Trainer says some love tonight. All right. All right.
Football crazy, yeah. Yes, I'm just football man. Give the ball. Don't wanna miss my chance.